Hello and welcome to the Armory. Well, today we got a new one in here, so we're going to take a look at this. This one's actually coming off Gunbroker. So I've kind of seen it, I've seen pictures of it, but I have not actually physically held it or anything. So we're going to open this up and see what we got today. Always use your proper tools to open your packages. Alrighty. So today what we're actually expecting to pull out of here, and it should be what's in here, is a No2 Mk1 Enfield revolver. And it's going to be, from the pictures I've seen, it's going to be in pretty rough shape. And that's kind of the reason we got it, so that we could actually fix it up. So, one more tab here and we will see what we got. Nicely packaged by the seller of the item, who also was actually a gun shop, so that is good. Our invoice here. Alrighty. So we got all our paperwork that we needed with this. Awesome. Alright, so this, whoa. I think this is a little rougher than we thought it was going to be. But that's also not too bad of an issue. So before I actually pull this out, I'm going to readjust the camera so that you can actually see how I'm looking at it in the box. I'm not going to touch it before we actually let you see it. So alrighty, so now we've got her out. Let's take a look, see what we got here. And I'll be honest, let's move the box here. It looked so much better in the pictures. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of rust. And let's make sure everything is working here. Well, that's good. That's good. The ejector works. Even though this is real stiff, that is in working order. We're going to have to really get some penetrating oil for this. Let's see if we can look down that barrel. So let's rotate this just a little. So very rusty, very crusty. And it's definitely been neglected. So check this real quick. It's not moving on its own, but with some help it is moving. But that could just be the rust that we have. Yeah, so well, here's what we're going to do on this. We're going to, before we do anything, let's talk about it a little bit. This is chambered in, the No2 Mk1 is chambered in 38-200, or otherwise known as 38 Smith & Wesson. It is the small brother to the larger No. 4 here that I have, which is chambered in the 455 LE. Well, it was chambered in 455 LE. This No. 4 has the shaved cylinder to be able to accept 45 ACP in moon clips, but in reality, we shoot a reduced powered load that it very much mimics the 455 LE in the 45 ACP casing. And that's so we don't blow up our gun. But what we're going to try to do here is, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take this brush here And we are going to just clean all the big chunks of rust off of this before we move on to our next step. And that's after we take the grips off and disassemble everything. So we are going to get some penetrating oil. We are going to make sure these screws are all soaked down. Make sure everything is soaked down before we do anything. We are going to document where everything goes on this. And we are then going to degrease the firearm, all its components. And we are going to boil this gun in water. And yes, what I mean by when I say we're going to boil this gun, we are actually going to boil the gun. And what that's going to do is going to turn this, and as you can see here, this nice red oxide, which really destroys these guns, and it will turn it into a nice black oxide, which is actually what bluing actually is. So after we get this converted, we are going to take our hands at this rust blue solution here, which is by the company Rust Blue. And this is the actual British formula. And what we are going to attempt to do is blue this gun even more than it already is. And we're pretty much doing an arsenal reblue on this. So we're not going to be polishing it. We are not going to be taking the finish down to the white. We're not doing any of that. And that's what's nice about Rust Blue. What we do is we will then put our bluing solution on our firearm here and try to get it to a nice black color. Try to get as close to the original as possible. So we're going to basically try to turn this gun, make this gun look like this gun here, and give it that factory refinish look. So it's not going to be, it's not a hard job to do. It's just time consuming. And what we're going to do for you is we are going to actually do a whole entire video on the rust bluing of this gun here. So we're going to completely tear it apart, clean it, boil it. You're going to see all of it in the video. And luckily, looking at these grips here, luckily these grips just need a little cleaning. They look fully serviceable. So we are just going to clean those up as well. And you may actually end up seeing this on our website, thearmoryhub.com. That's our store site. Or you might see it on our Gunbroker site. So if you're interested in this when it's done, just visit us there. And when it's ready, we'll post it up. But yeah. So visit our website, hit that like and subscribe so you can be notified when we put the video out for this, because this we're going to be working on here shortly. We're going to start knocking the rust off here today, and we are going to get it hopefully get it disassembled today. But if not, we'll get some penetrating oil, soak it in, leave it sit for a day or so, if need be, and get these screws and everything out. Make sure they don't strip out, because I really don't want to go looking for parts or repair anything more than I have to. And we're gonna get this video done for you guys so you can see it. So again, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you next time on the Armory.